Good evening, everybody, and happy Monday. Welcome to Boss FM Evening News. I am Alex Coltrane.
And I'm Skylar Rowe. We're bringing you the dopest and hottest news. So stick around as we touch on Robinhood stock, Coachella, Wall Street Giants, the People versus Billie Holiday, and our Monday segment, Styles with Sky. This is Boss FM. Stay tuned.
Wake the streets up.
The Coachella Music and Arts Festival, scheduled in April, has been canceled again. According to an announcement by the Riverside County Public Health Officer, the event was stopped due to the continued risk of spreading COVID-19. Coachella was originally scheduled for April 2020 and was among the first festivals canceled during the initial throes of the coronavirus pandemic. They were then rescheduled for October, then rescheduled again for April 2021. Travis Scott, Frank Ocean, and Rage Against the Machine were the scheduled Coachella headliners. Now, Alex, this is something that we definitely saw coming. Everything has been canceled because of the COVID-19 pandemic. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, maybe if you had said a year ago, this would have been crazy news to me. However, we're in the full swing and full throes of COVID. So I think at the top of 2021, if you're still buying festival and concert tickets, it's really a toss-up. It's a gamble whether or not it's going to go down. So not much of a surprise there. But speaking of gambling, it is no news that everyone has been feeling the heat from the Robinhood stock trading drama. Jordan Belfort, the former stockbroker and convicted felon, weighed in Saturday night on last week's GameStop Wall Street Bets Robinhood saga. Belfort, whose rise and fall on Wall Street was documented in the 2013 Martin Scorsese classic, The Wolf of Wall Street, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, shared his observations during an appearance on Fox News' Waters World with host Jesse Waters. He says, "At first, I wasn't that upset, but last night I saw that the shorts were still short, and it's about time that the little guy gave it to Wall Street. It is so gratifying to see. I'm still in shock of it actually happening." End quote. Now, he's not the only one who agrees we should stick it to the man. Many people on Twitter share their concerns about Robinhood as well. Waters also asserted that moves by Wall Street giants to convince retail trading platforms like Robinhood to halt trading on puny stocks like GameStop was probably illegal. I guess they would know. How do you feel about this whole thing, Sky?
Honestly, I don't know too much about trading in stocks, so I'm going to sit this one out. If they like it, I love it. So
I hear that.
But singer and songwriter Andre Day will be starring as the legendary singer Billie Holiday in an upcoming series titled The People versus Billie Holiday. The series begins in the 1940s in New York City and revolves around the federal government targeting Holiday in an effort to escalate and racialize the war on drugs, aiming to stop her from singing her controversial ballad, Strange Fruit. The series premieres this month on Hulu. Now, I will definitely be checking this one out. What about you, Alex?
Yeah, definitely going to check this one out. Just playing some Billie Holiday last night, actually. I think it's hit or miss on biopics. We see some reach the skies. We see some fall flat and not make it anywhere. But I mean, it's definitely worth checking out, I think. So I will definitely be tuning in as well.
Definitely.
In other news, a man who fell through the ceiling and into a woman's locker room at a gym was held there by patrons until authorities could arrest him. The incident happened at approximately 1:16 p.m. when deputies from the Stafford County Sheriff's Office received a report from One Life Fitness Center in Stafford, Virginia, that a man had fallen through the ceiling of a woman's locker room and fell onto a woman below, according to the statement from the county sheriff's office. Now, the woman, who was uninjured, along with several other patrons of the gym, cornered the suspect, who was later identified as 41-year-old Brian Anthony Joe, and held him in place until the law enforcement could arrive to arrest him. It is currently unclear how long Joe had been engaged in this specific alleged act and if he had done it prior times to this incident in the past. I'll be honest, this story is kind of amusing to me, not the story itself, but just how it all played out. It sounded a little fake to me, and the name sounded fake. But I guess, as a woman, how does this make you feel? It probably hits a little closer to home for you than it does for me.
Yes, definitely. It makes me want to be a little more cautious going into a locker room because you never No, I know a few years back there was like a whole incident about mirrors in the dressing room. Like if you could touch it and you could see your
Or like
reflection,
the double, the two-way,
right?
yeah.
You know what I'm talking
That's
about. So
creepy. That's
it
creepy.
just makes you a little more cautious.
Into the
I'm just
dragon stuff
nervous
right
now.
there. Yeah, be careful out here. There's some weirdos. I don't know. If you ever find yourself crawling in any ceiling panels anywhere, I think you need to stop and reevaluate what you're doing. That's all I gotta say.
Definitely. But on today's segment of Styles with Sky, we're highlighting 3 Black-owned affordable brands. The first one is Telfar. Telfar was established 15 years ago in New York. Telfar Clemens brand has been inclusive, genderless, and affordable from the very beginning. The Telfar shopping bag, also known as the Bushwick Birkin, has come to be known as the bag of the generation. Purchases can be made on telfar.com. The second one is Beads by Ari. Beads by Ari is a line of handcrafted jewelry made by Brooklyn-based and Philadelphia native Ariel Goodwin. Goodwin made India Moore a moving pair of earrings which had images of 18 murdered trans women in golden rectangle frames as a tribute and celebration of their lives. More recently, Goodwin's unique creations have been spotted on Kelly Rowland's cover art for her latest single, Coffee. Her jewelry is described as wearable art. You can check her brand out on beadsbyari.com. Fleemans. Fleemans was founded by James Fleemans in 2013. Fleemans is an LA-based label with sexy yet subtle clothing. The brand has been found in the likes of Tinashe, Miley Cyrus, and Solange. In fact, if you're not already familiar with his work, Fleemans Dress Salon